Hey, man. So, making Mao blush. Why the chicken feed conspiracy is believable. Y'all know who Chairman Mao was. He was the Lenin and Stalin combined of China, communist China. He took over. Big long story. It's a really interesting story. You should read it. But he was one of the most evil men in history. Just horrifically evil. And he performed all this evilness while, claiming to love the people and be for the people. But he was also very upfront and honest and private about, it's okay if I starve. He literally said he'd kill half the country. And so he did all this banal evil, horrible, horrific evil. Like, he purposely crashed the agricultural output of China so he could, he wanted an arms industry. He wanted to industrialize so he could make weapons and compete on the world stage. And so he just starved tens of millions of people to accomplish it, on purpose, knowingly. Now this chicken feed conspiracy comes up, and you've heard what the chicken feed conspiracy theory is. People are saying that the Tractor Supply has contaminated the chicken feed, and now the chickens aren't laying. Well, okay, maybe not. I don't know. Interesting. The problem is they would, and we know they would. I'm not saying they did. It seems like a lot of fuss for nothing. It seems like there's other things they do. Not nothing. It seems like a lot of fuss for low. It seems like a lot of an investment for a low rate of return at this stage. And it seems like if they were that far advanced, there's other things they do first. But they would. I mean, I don't judge anyone for thinking that might be true, because all we have to do is look and see what they did over the last couple of years. The incredible, banal evil. Mao would call Anthony Fauci and ask him for pointers, tips. I can't do a good Chinese accent. I wish I could. I could do a redneck Mao. Or a redneck Mao. That would be interesting. And ask him for tips. How did you pull this off and make people? The Chinese people knew they were starving. They knew they were dying. The people out in the countryside hated the communists, and they, whatever they thought, if they thought it was Mao's fault or not, they knew it was the commies' fault. But the Western world loves, Fauci and all this stuff. They pulled it off. They killed how many people? How many tens of thousands of people with these lockdowns? And now how many people are going to kill with this shot? All so that they could win an election. It was all about a damn election. That's all it was. It was that stupid election. It's evilness on people who would do that. People who would destroy that many lives, even just economically and socially, harm that many children with all the child abuse skyrocketing and the already horrific education system, even worse now, and ruining jobs and ruining marriages. Anyone who would do that to win a 4-year election is evil enough to starve half the country, is evil enough to sabotage the chicken feed so that the chickens stop laying eggs. I don't blame anyone for believing any of that stuff, because they have proven to us time and time again that they are willing to do things like that, and not even. And not, Chairman Mao wasn't some, world-class evil person. I mean, he was a world-class evil person, but it's not because of, some genetic deficiency in him. This is what power does to people. And it doesn't matter if you're a Chinese communist or an American socialist or what. You will sell your soul, and you will sell other people's lives for power and money. So do I think they sabotage the chicken feed? I don't think so. Like I said, there's not enough return on the investment for them at this point. Do I think they would sabotage the chicken feed? In a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. They would, as soon as they think that that's what their plans need, they'll do it in a heartbeat. Anywho, there you go, man. I just been thinking about this since it all happened. It didn't, when I first heard about it, it didn't ring accurate for me. But then I was listening to a history of Mao here recently, and I said, but it's, yeah, you completely understand why people would believe this. I believe it. It's completely within the bounds of reasons for what our, aspiring lords and masters would do. All right, man. We appreciate you. Thank you.
Hey, operator, get me Anthony Fauci on the phone. Hey, Tony, baby, it's Chairman Mao. What do you mean? Of course it's Chairman Mao. Who do you think it would be? What do you mean what happened to my accent? That's not cool, Tony. It's messed up, man. It's racist.